Yo, what's good? It's your boy T Mac, and I'm about to react to the Multiversus Fighter Showcase for Gizmo. I saw the trailer and was like, let me see if they have anything else noteworthy. You're trying to actually learn more about Gizmo, and I think this will be it. So let's see.
What's up, everyone? This is the Cat, and welcome to my guide for the newest character in Multiversus, Gizmo from Gremlins. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to help you get started singing and dancing all over your opponents. We won't look at all of Gizmo's moves, but we will look at the main strategies you should be using to make the most of your new Mogwai friend. So grab some popcorn, sit back, and let's take a look at Gizmo in Multiversus. Gizmo is a support class character. He relies on setting up his assortment of toys and trinkets to create traps and control space on the map. If he gets enough time to set up, he can create some devastating
That's cool
combos.
that with
Gizmo's
the umbrella
allies should be
attack,
aware of his toys and be
he's
ready
able
to
to
help him
go
set up his
into
big
floating
damage.
after
Gizmo's
attacking.
enemies should be ready to rush him down to prevent him
And then
from
the
getting his
car,
toys on the map.
also
Let's take a
being
look
like
at some of his
minecart,
moves,
but
starting
actually
with
a
his
little bit
normal
better since you
attacks.
could actually
Gizmo's
control where
air
it's gonna
and
go.
ground neutral attacks charge his bow and arrow. He can move, jump, and aim while he charges, and if Gizmo charges long enough, his arrow is lit on fire, giving him the ability to ignite any enemy he hits.
That's cool.
If he hits an enemy with a fire arrow, he immediately replenishes one arrow.
Okay.
Gizmo
Okay.
can also dodge cancel his charge
Yep.
to
That's
store the
expect.
charge for later.
Oh,
See the little flame arrow on his back?
that's
This
nice.
means that the next time he uses his neutral attack, he doesn't need to charge up at all. A quick tap,
And then it come
button,
out dummy
fire an
fast.
arrow at full strength. Gizmo's ground up attack swings his popcorn container and throws some popcorn in the air. Once the popcorn is out, Gizmo and his ally can hit it to reposition it. Enemies will take a bit of damage if the popcorn hits them, but they also have the ability to reposition the popcorn with melee attacks. The popcorn itself doesn't deal any knockback, but Gizmo's allies can ignite the popcorn to create a small explosion that damages and knocks back enemies. Here's where it gets interesting. Gizmo can hit his popcorn with an arrow to create a strong cone-shaped blast, damaging and knocking back
Okay,
all
because I was
enemies in the
like,
fight.
what else can it
When
do?
Gizmo hits the popcorn with a fire arrow, the explosion is much larger and
Right.
ignites all enemies hit.
That's what's up.
Gizmo's arrows and popcorn are core to his playstyle as a ranged support. Gizmo can use quick arrows to apply pressure from a distance, but if you ever find yourself away from the action, take the opportunity to set up your toys. Get popcorn on the map and get your next arrow fully charged. When you're ready to get back into the fight, you'll have some powerful tools at your disposal. Now let's take a look at some of Gizmo's special moves, starting with his neutral special. Hold the button on the ground to spawn music notes all around Gizmo. Hold it in the air to aim the notes in the direction Gizmo is facing.
Okay.
Gizmo can't pick up his notes, but allies can pick up music notes to gain charges of the music buff. While allies have charges of music, their dodges spawn a large music note, giving them a hitbox they can use while dodging. Enemies can also
What
pick
the
up
heck?
music notes, taking a bit of damage and stacking a music debuff. If an enemy fully stacks the music debuff, they are briefly silenced, locking them out of using any ability cooldowns until the effect ends. You might be wondering, how am I supposed to fully stack this debuff on enemies? Can't they just ignore the music notes? Well, let me show you something neat. That's right. Both
Okay, that's
Gizmo's
cool.
arrows and his popcorn can be used to collect music notes and send them flying at allies and enemies. In fact, music notes that have been sucked up by another attack have a little bit of knockback when they hit enemies. So, if you're struggling against mages using lots of cooldowns, send some music at them to shut them up. Now let's put this all together and look at Gizmo's up special. Gizmo leaps into the air and latches onto any fighter he hits. If he latches onto an enemy, he bounces off them with a powerful knockback. If he latches onto an ally, he follows them around for a brief period. While attached to an ally, Gizmo can't be hit by attacks, but he will take a portion of the damage taken by his ally. In this state, Gizmo can still use his strongest attacks, but he doesn't leave himself vulnerable to aggressive enemies. When Gizmo
Crazy.
detaches from his ally, he can't reattach for a brief period, shown by this little backpack icon on the ally he attached to. Try to attach to your ally whenever the option is available to you. You can use your time while attached to throw projectiles that aid your ally's offense. or you can use it as a free opportunity to set up your combos without getting hurt. Either way, it's a very powerful position to be in. And that's going to be it for this Multiversus Fighter showcase, showcasing Gizmo to you guys. I hope you really enjoyed this thoroughly. This was a blast to be a part of. And of course, let's get hype. Gizmo is officially joining the roster for Multiversus. And of course, guys, be
That's
sure to check him
crazy.
out as soon as he's released to the public. Of course, have a blast. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, that backpack stuff is feeling like OD, but it's definitely strong. I say that, and so we need to know the timing on that, because yeah, like when gizmos actually start getting good with their setups, like you be like, oh, I'll ignore the popcorn and then the music notes, and it's just like, yeah, you call yourself annoying and trying to ignore it, but then it's gonna become a problem. So at least in my theory in my head. So it's cool, when Gizmo gonna be on your team, but when it's not, obviously, there's probably gonna be some problems. But that'd be it for this reaction. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn the notification bell on. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.